My name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel, JK Star a Reader. Today I'm doing a Friday Reads. These are the books I want to get to this Friday and into the next week. So let's get going. The first book I have to show you, it is The Death of Vivek Oji by Akweke Emezi. So I started reading this book over the week and I am finding it to be something that is taking me a little bit of time to warm up to. I have reached the 50-page mark of the book, and I do plan to read the rest of the book over the weekend. And so, this is a book. When I started reading this book, I didn't really feel much of a connection to the story, but now I am feeling more of the weight of the somberness of this story. It is about Vivek Oji, a young man who finds himself a little bit of an outsider from his community and is spending time with a group of Niger women who are foreign women who have married Nigerian men. And so this is one day, I guess, Vivek's mother opens the door to find him dead at her feet. And so this is a book about a young man as well as a family coming to terms with his death, as well as the reasons Vivek kept aspects of himself away from his family members. And so, yeah, The Death of Vivek Oji by Akweke Emezi. Next, I have Count Zero by William Gibson. This is the second book in the Sprawl series, which begins with Neuromancer, and I am slowly making my way through the backlist catalog by this author. And so I do want to get back to reading more science fiction, and so this is where I am making the next leap too. And so the Neuromancer and the Sprawl series is thought to have been the first entries in the cyberpunk genre, as well as inspiration for the Matrix movie franchise. So I do want to make a point to reading these books and get caught up to the more recent releases by this author. So yeah, Count Zero by William Gibson. Next, I have In the Upper Country by Kai Thomas. This is a debut novel by Kai Thomas, who is from Ontario, Canada. This book is set in southern Ontario in the 1800s. It is during the abolitionist movement, and it is when slaves moved from the southern United States to the northern parts of the continent through what is considered to be called the Underground Railroad. And so there are historical aspects to this book, including the role that the War of 1812, how it played into the abolitionist movement in the States as well as in Canada. So yeah, In the Upper Country by Kai Thomas. I have not mentioned this book in any of my videos until now because I was waiting for the interview I did with the author to air on the radio before talking about this book in a book to video. So yeah, now this is In the Upper Country by Kai Thomas. So next is the mini haul portion of this video. These are a few of the books that I have acquired recently, and I do want to show them just in case you might be interested. So here goes. The first is Cherish Pharah by Bethany C. Morrow. So this is the new uh, trade paperback version of a book that was released last year, and I have been waiting for a long time to actually acquire this paperback edition, which I purchased from a local independent bookstore. And so now I have it in my hands, and I do want to read it in a fairly short order. So yeah, it is a book about two best friends who are teenagers, and they spend their days at a country club where their parents are members. One day, Farah, Farah Turner, yeah, Farah Turner, her parents are having financial difficulty, but they still want to maintain a presence at the country club, or at least Farah does, to spend more of her time with her best friend in this uh I guess upper class um spot. And so um uh I don't know too much more about what the story is about, but I do want to read this as it deals with race and class, and it is about Farah, who is raised by a black family, and her best friend, Cherish Whitman, who was adopted by a white family. So yeah, Cherish Pharah by Bethany C. Morrow. The next book I have, it is The Starless Sea by Aaron Morgenstern. So I've been meaning to get around to reading this book, and I recently saw this at a local thrift store, and so I was happy to be able to purchase it at a low price. And now I have this nice British edition of this book, and so I will be adding it to my um, uh, book collection in this room, and I will have it ready to read at some point in the future. The Starless Sea by Aaron Morgenstern. Next is Mommy by Jessica George, which is the book of the month pick for February that I selected out of the selections they had for the month of February. So I don't know too much what this book is about. I have to say that although I am only a subscriber to Book of the Month, this is this is not a video sponsored by Book of the Month. So I'll just read you a little bit what it says to give you a better sense of what the book is about. So here goes. It says, it's fair to say that Maddie's life in London is far from rewarding. With a mother who spends most of her time in Ghana, yet still somehow manages to be overbearing, Maddie is the primary caretaker for her father, who suffers from advanced stage Parkinson's. At work, her boss is a nightmare, and Maddie is tired of always being the only black person in every meeting. Yeah, there's more that is written there, but I now have a better sense that this is a contemporary story about about a woman who has to take care of her older parents. So yeah, Mommy by Jessica George. And one more book that I have to show you, and this is The Thousand Cries of Meng by Tom Lin. So I bought this book at the start of February, but forgot to show it in an earlier video. So now that I can say that this is also part of my book collection, the Thousand Cries of Meng, which I believe is a western. So yeah, That's it for me for this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again next time. Bye!